heavy collar. So heavy it just... What's happening? Alright. Oh, Lordy. I'm so tired. This morning, I was awakened by the sound of a transformer blowing in the backyard. Not actually the backyard, but somewhere behind the house. I don't know if it was the one in the alley, which was blown before. Whatever it was, boom! The sound of something breaking. At first, you wonder, what was that? And was it part of my house? And then when you realize there's suddenly no electricity anywhere, oh, it was a transformer. So I called the Xcel Energy emergency line, which is really weird because they don't identify themselves, they just say hello. And that's like you expect someone to at least tell you who they are when you're calling an 800 number. But it's kind of like a bat phone. So I called it in, gave them my address, and either they already knew about it or that really was all I needed because it was just such a short call. I almost wondered if, because I was calling them from my cell phone, that maybe I was going to a different place than if I had called them from a landline. The problem is all the phones in the house require electricity to run, so we have one phone, it's almost an objet d'art. It's a giant Princess phone with a rotary dial and a handset that's just... I wasn't going to use that because I had my cell phone. Anyway, so, making matters worse, of course, the garage door runs on electricity, so had to unhook it from the electric opener, pull up the door myself. That's actually not too bad. It's not a heavy door. Once the car got out of the garage, I had to trudge around the side yard, and of course that's like you want to leave that undisturbed all through winter, but no, had to go through what was left of the foot of snow that came down on Sunday, which at least had melted down a little bit over the past couple of days. So you could get back in the garage, so you could close the door, so you could latch the door, so you could go back around, and man. My life. Anyway, in a week I'll be at the airport and it won't matter. But for now, it's Thursday, 6:20 p.m., 29 degrees. It did get above 40 again. I see it's below freezing now, so that's kind of... Maybe I should have left earlier. I'm the only person in the building, I'm pretty sure. Everybody left early today. A lot of people didn't show up at all. The closer we get to Christmas, the less people are in the building. The last 2 weeks of the year, we're kind of in shutdown mode, but people who are essential don't get to not show up for those 2 weeks. Of course, it's really just a scam to get everyone to take their vacation time off the books, right? Isn't that how it works? I don't know. I'm down to Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday. Four working days left in the year. All the stuff that I need to do will not get done by Tuesday, I'm sure of it. So we'll see how much of it has to spill over into January. And who really notices and who really cares. We will find out. If I come back and find out that nobody cares, I will probably be worried about my job. Nah. So as I've been threatening, as the year comes to a close, that this experiment of doing a video every day may be coming to an end. I don't know. It's possible that if I take 2 weeks off, I will get a new zest for life and a newfound energy to, unlike now, to put something down on a video for you to watch and consume and enjoy and to be mindful of and to think about, for opinions to be formed and expressed and shared, and I don't know. Or at least to see what happens with all the magnets back there. You know what? They're all wrong, too. Well, let's do that. And then I'll do this. Here we go. All right, so, hey, how about that? We're over 500 again. This is the Timberwolves' best record this late in the season since, I want to say, 2006, 2007. Is that true? I believe that's true. We could look it up later and correct me if I'm wrong, but you probably don't care. That reminds me, I'm missing... Wow, these magnets are having an effect on this pipe cleaner, too. Isn't that interesting? What else we got? So there's an away game tomorrow, and then they're back at Target Center on Saturday. They have said that Ricky Rubio will not be ready Saturday. They're not saying that with 100% certainty, but they seem pretty certain. He definitely is not going with the team to New Orleans today for tomorrow's game. And Josh Howard, who was sick, is traveling with the team but may still be sick and not playing. Malcolm Lee injured himself yesterday, and he's out. Can they just stop injuring themselves? Kirilenko's okay, though. Probably coincidentally after his big Yahoo Sports story appeared, but Kevin Love did not get a double-double. Nikola Pekovic did get a double-double. He had 2010, in fact. He ended up with, I think, 22 and 11. The Timberwolves tried like hell to give up the lead. They tried so hard to blow this game in the final minutes. They committed a 5-second inbound infraction. Who does that? Nobody does that. You call timeout. Turn the ball over. At one point, the Nuggets had the ball and were down only by 3. Thankfully, they couldn't quite get over the hump. And believe it or not, the Timberwolves played defense and won with defense. I say believe it or not because it's so hard to believe. But this is a defensive team. It's a good team this year. The defense is great. And we're so close to getting Ricky Rubio back. And that's going to change everything. Also, Brandon Roy, getting better. He's going to come back. We get Rubio, we get Roy. Can you imagine? A healthy Malcolm Lee? Believe in it. It can happen. I can imagine the T-Wolves army begging for retweets and followers even as we speak. So back to my threats to finish this project off at the end of the year, which takes us to the Doug and Greg show. Greg said, he said Kahn, but he used a lot more letters. I'm talking about David Kahn, the Timberwolves GM. I think the Wolves could use a different GM. You're not alone in that thought. He seems nice enough, really. Maybe in Maine he seems nice enough, but somewhat overmatched compared to other GMs. That is something of an understatement. You're also being very kind. As for the Love brouhaha, it's old news for those of us who follow the association. True. I guess the problem was that this exposed this rift, if you will, to a wider audience that was not aware. Love didn't really get razzed about it at the game last night, but there were a lot of people talking about it, especially around my section. And people who don't normally read those kind of stories, they had heard about it. And it didn't help that Love was not on fire last night and had one of his down games. So, it'll be interesting to watch as it goes on. I think you're right. The national media is just stirring things up. On the other hand, they should have just given Love the max deal. Stupid con. Now what I'm hearing is they may not even give Rubio the max deal when it's time for him to come up. So the problem is they want to keep Love, Rubio, and Pekovic, and to do all of those three, a lot of juggling. I'm not sure what kind of a juggler Khan is. I've heard many times that these foreign born players whose names end in IC should be pronounced like itch, so Pekovic would be Pekovic. Okay, Pekovic it is. Please keep doing these videos as it gives Doug and I something to do every day. Each day I do the crossword, crypto quip, jumble, and Sudoku, which you spelled wrong from the newspaper, and then watch your video. Don't let an old man down, Chris. We have routines to follow. Should never consider me part of your routine. Doug adds, don't let the minds be right. Don't let this be the end. Hey, my time's up, but before I do that, let me tell you, this is the 1999 shirt, and I don't even know if we'll get to see it Here's where I come in close and like need to stop talking, otherwise I'll get very loud. Where is it? Where is that number? It's around here somewhere. It's in the... Can you see it? You can just barely make it out, right? 1999. I can't see it at all. You'll have to take my word for it. I think that's it. This has been a minute of me looking at my shirt. Yeah. These blue gradients are so close together. Oh, here it is. This one's better. This one's actually it too, instead of just appearing in my head. Great. Date starting with 2 tomorrow. And because I only have 4 left and about 10 shirts left to go through, we'll have to pick the best of the best. Yes, that's it. Close out the week tomorrow. Big Friday something or other. Doug and Greg, I'll be expecting your comments shortly. Thank you. See you tomorrow.